for 11 months. I am America. Oh, I use my Alcohol. I use my own car. I'm not doing my mail at all. The car, the map, the car, and train them, the cat, my watch.
So your mom will care, dear Nana.
Mother, me and me to me car, me and me to me pictures. Me and me to me car, me and me to me pictures. We call the animal we call state MPP, spell for the traffic. We call Germany and say I like to school on. All the people need the traffic in line. I do virtual level to make call document MPP program. For being a traffic in line. I don't have even an office of my own, but so many electronic Canada.
And I'm not going to do my anything.
I don't know. What is America for the party that we defended? What is I mentioned that now I call Kekus. I call Kekus, really strong money.
That is.
As a member of the resolution committee, no, I'm a character as in Ghana. That is 30 million. No, I'm a 2,000 for fuel, 3,000 for 2,000, 5,000. As a member, I'm the man of 5,000, 50 million. Okay. Meanwhile, the Staff House gave to the party an amount of about 50 billion. 50 billion. What do you so you make a say? So we basically to carry up national party cardi and make sure now more party or you make a question.
And also with the other more so Namakasa because I just say.
I think I'm going to go on and because minister behind training country and say, but now we'll come to me now, the ministry will make a human. Dr. MC behind country and regional minister behind country and grabbing guy, what is happening now on the front of
Aya dauro ni abo na sawote konkoya na trasa samaba
ni samu na Kwaku kete nyana no sare dodo na record no di Kwaku kete di to WhatsApp ya to WhatsApp di o record bi o bi kasa o ti record no e di wo se o ma me enya tape na no bi bu anke ensema keke ndi wo ba mati na kwasi abo age ni ndiefo ene di wo se radio o re best side no police upon it para big nyanza for radio na me ka se mu ni nka da bia and some are quite bomb and it's an open one, that wapa no way, quality part 2, part 3 bar. Yea, and this is 4 party. You could John Wood, so I met a cool me. Me, I know, John Wood, me, 1 people know the door for pa. One you already have some young or we have the time for my power, Macum. Now, no big boy come. Now, I was only paying me in terms of a trouble red on Mahama. Now, no big boy or any funny son is almost an almost a plastic gold. Ninya asemno asema me keke do me fe John Wodu me keke ne se John Wodu na say ye ba chemi no na no bi wan kasa OKFM o keke me se ni na mi so na me ye Rollins o man perida Rollins ni nkofo nti se o mo ba chemi so bo shi ni sie no o mu je ja me kura na e di nsema me bo Kwaku set bo ma me tie no ensema John Wodu di won bebrebe na e tia bontia John Wodu na me ye wo me do furi di wo mu dodo ever say me nya afiti don say na no bi boy na catch you say o kasa when you careful na and some of me na no bi boy go dem say me na me tia say me bo John Wodu amane eti say na no bi boy en kaso a MPP committee ni wa ho mo yi ebi ni say me kasa afno me kan me dey say me kan no me nko me no ma sabu nko anu mo fi committee na no kwa ya evidence ka 21 kaso dem say Don't want to see some of the kitchen. I want to know friend and no big boy, no Kwaku step in and no big boy, conference call. And now only saying, I know, quite two, no big boy now, something said, I'm on a casana, okay, we are dangerous. If you all cry, I cannot be at the conference, I couldn't have a call doing. We ever come at the Bantam and somehow the two don't go to Grassino. Why not have a call? Maybe two don't work well, I am a doffle. And it be one be no. And the man is said, don't go to Catens on another big way in Catana. Why you care for some war of a year, one of bomb at you? Can somebody be Pia Bontia? Catanza for moving back and this is that. And you can this in you cry, tear some will cry. No one stands on the back of you, and nobody was standing in the cat. Kwaku get in our own number while we are, wouldn't they tell the fire of the international winner? No, I started a book of a Sunday in Commons, the car, no, the Tis of a fellow, then Common Brio. Office of the President, Common DD. And you know, one of the kids said that the Kwaku Capital, and I don't want to be a woman. Don't want to send the one. What am I supposed to say? Oh, one can the part 2 part 3 bar. And I can find some number. And now, for first time, none of the one can't. Bravo, you need to be for about question.
And I pay none of people. I said, I the country at PPP and he said, Kwaku's cat cash money. Also, $110,000. If you could ever see $5,000. And I grant no one in India. Or no pet, none of the buy no pet information if you know it. No kind in a joke.
So, me, not I will go to me for some dancing to be a dancing. So, I know people are two of the information and some pet here for good state and this is from the one who know you, but you see the chronic. I don't know why many like one second in Anka for good state. Only and this is card if I will worry you. Now, all your Philip and the Mama of Pedro. Or this is why you didn't 1 year. It will not be why I can open information. Master, I can't one kind of a top. Or Napo office of a Napo office. Why young people need boy comes to Fulaka, why would give the radio no hard it yeah, or could get the may catch us at one crown. One of the minute come out his own to take the started one who could set in your fine. Now, what get in some now, or what Dana or yellow. Maybe cause about Nukoya, Bama near you. Or any answer for another link as well, maybe yeah, no big way. Sorry. I said, when the new cover was on the bed, I'm probably by now, idea. Or changing in Nancy and the Casa. It did not be why the media means meters and Swaka and say. Coming up here, said you, dear, comedian, Jamu Farm, they big games, and they didn't and some back. But Mrs. True don't work you. Say, come here, could you, ma? Kadahamasa, but only Paddy Dear Bermu. And the man, because the other can be an open why didn't go back and the party was some to go. It's a wino, where journalists or so many strategic, but one would do a cancel. It did not, and I know people are not to my money when they said, let me cancer, I find it dangerous. Dangerous are my care, and then can say dangerous, so we will give you. Let's see. The program, my question, number one, my local Tiana, another one, I bet you. Two, your son, the city. The area require none of us who could set the best the radio to Accra in question yet a while yet. Only the idea should very vigilant. None of people in Cocansa Master, my as a mistake could set in for Cocu. Only you come to Catamano, Dobutamino, none knew what yet, but could set no clear party on you. Only see any over. Oko USA or live band and comfort by and there fight. Every week be a high in the Yana Quanetry. Or say, yes, you will be on the company. Focus up the BM later 2080 crowd, whatever, bro. And the one you be a subby, new crown pa. I was see subby. Can I do a sign? I know Miss Sincere years about the car tight by Papa or Mukwana Mamina tight to the castle. New crown po. So we could a news report, I mean, yes, 60 million, 100 million. The news week, but the part 2 part, so one just not the bar. Or demand 1 million Ghana. The same people knew what the man was there or deserves for the man. By none of credit, many let's say it's a Kwaku getting yet, said will be a here now. 100 million is a million, the credit man can't have one. But you know, people are being a bit for a cow. Only a radio say, Busiabaco. By Onya Casado radio for the very bad. We make us a money in our money. Most I the Papa Mamma, the Cromos. Well, check up on the swap. They don't work at the customer and someone will change you. I must also a Casado for something. It is a make any work. mo fe John Boy do say me na me catch John Boy because on fan me catch na what any minute one na John Boy do say appear sama ka wu twan to any kure ya so Kwaku skete fe na no bi go hejina so omo ko e be si na mo say social media ana ade ni quality wo social media so ana say omo sa ko send ya ko ba bi omo nim ga say me omo nim ga me kan ze ya ko pa sa me bo nya me ni service me na me catch John Boy mo fe John Boy bi sama fa na be na ya edi na no bi bo anya kasa na me kasa mo kasa nsam so obi say any one me say nya ebi ani papa no we nya na wa record no me na mo enkofo record me pa o mi tri ko pese mama o wo say obi be boy ibi chere me say na ka so nya sombo say na me kasa tia no ebi a wo say o woni na mo ala eku woni we eku apia me pesa even including president of Ghana mama president mama ka me say and about to make kasa tia na do na me siri chebi no no me di president na MPP di kasa tia na ana o ma nyiri pa ko via o de die o mo kwai say kasa tia na do na me siri chebi. That is a leader. That is a leader. The president Mahama. Not bother Mama Mahama. What can you say? That we don't bother boys. I just begin another. I'm not interested. And our papa was only papa to be follow. You can't man you will go to the papa was you know. So me you don't man you don't conform me you know what my home is. Master, a 24 not too good you. And then the platform in the radio and call some Kunya mania. I'm a typical MPP Nika Namaka. Then call some mania big uncle for Kevin women that the more corner than the papa I could wonder. Then talk of came into we. As a true Kwaku skete platform was in the radio and Kunya mania in good uncle. Then I hope we do on a mean Casawa and the party me. Nadia my unit who was in America, but baby don't want that and no big way, and I don't work. Mean to me, only any granny as me vote for the vote of Kwaku skete. Young
okay. And you may be much of Maha, much. I will maybe also say, and I'm going to to her. If you come crony did the apple 68 FM, Kwaku skete, and I pay stadium kind may yen shama from Major Brabant, come J. Brad, will come and catch it. It started with the car, Pamasono. Second means some junior property. But me, some Pawasama, Nami Pawasa. Acquired the same dofuno. Some casa me do me talk. So I tell you, Sana Kwaku skete me life tea. When we say Appear Stadium, and I'm still in the crowd in Casa. I'll play this Appear Stadium. Say, what was last time our friend Kwaku skete? What is all kind of thing? Me Makuma, Equitamino, a different. Se because a member super, no matter be my equity. Me never yet here. Na me boko say, I dear we in the child, child. Me tell me ya dear master when you die. Me don't for crying no can my pouch. Send me patch of fetch me. Sana me life tea. But say me yes me kwa. She's a makodu me end. Maybe I make answer. And you better know about the thing come on. So when you say ya, can we forget a baby I walk die, you know? Was so a yare what damn personal Kwaku skete my friend. Me yes I generous of one and yet yes a man get me kadiapa. Me seminya story and answer me young white man. Me your phone calls. I make it sure say as someone me be country kind of phone and look to and the material second go for yet I declare wanted pair. Na me here na OSP. Question ya baby kasa. Me say you brave be I don't tell them man come here move all day. Because me person me ya cross check. And the thing you catch us and see John Dramani Mahama said, Dampare Pamono. Maybe I make cattle, maybe I may buy meka. So what's here, Papa Fat? Maybe she can mamma Yafa Dampare. Would you mammy me can move for Yatadia? And son of me, be a grandson that cousin. Can we forget a metea na me far phone? And I'm afraid host you se hono. Hospital na wadano. Call it na somewhere what it is. She said, you know what I forgive with so. No, but I am a son be a phone. The box audio now, Ubetes and no man no rinke. Now I bought I am a sabi anything. Thank you for calling this hospital. I said, Reba, I said, Ribo. And then the materials of my no complas and Timo Cassavo as a pano. I think for me, useless generals. Some way and some trouble for papa. Kakwasi Jabe Kasankamba for telephone. Number Kuko Hospital no. Number free. And you must say dear set between the crutcher canning tea. Me tell Yana me far phone. I'm afraid. Me no more didn't come over play. Second, wo for Riata that was so wonderful. Aha, and the bachelor you play. Canadian you can go on Facebook, Apple, 68 FM, Ghana Web, Modern Ghana, Ghana Politics Online.com, Tuning Radio, Flash, Apple, 68 FM. Who do our my Ghana, patch on YouTube, yet tempo Apple, 68 TV. Who do on my Ghana, cron. You will come and say, and I be a sentimentum, more pianta. Some will can will for Riatano, some will die a sabia, so die a sabia, and then the picture. Men of the bar said, a sentimental too, and I like support to so. But that's what the story let you. The young story may be update to hope, but I don't can in it. And then they will can for Riata so keke. See a Sabi Reba, a Sabi Ribo, Saquasia Japan. So what the one look at Cassassin with pan went to an more wakana. Make catch out, make you question Jabiatem. But question Jabia minimum, over to an more because of the fact crowd one family. But the number not to that. But the Ayasabia now can go for Riata was so that one. With the telephone number you have to get. Now can any be a weekend some training papa friend. And not your friend right generous. And then generous are better now when you consent now call. And now me catch a Captain Smart no. What tell someone your phone calls cross check, make sure say a fact and now the Brecanians. And you may okay this year and you come and say this year, 99.1. From now going and maybe about this year, 99.1. By this time, yeah. This is a say, and I walk commencing what you may feel at this year. And you may, you may be come on. Me Papa Julius, Debra, me bra penny, Wakasa. Now, when Mukasa is a mote. Julius Kwasi Debra, hey, why would be in one group make one for assassination? Ukutako mapa. Nakuma, Julius Nakuma Ikutano, Chief of Staff for Watia Kunyasu Ghana, Nakuma Ikutano, Yakumapa. Makana Fidias said one day, obey your president or Republic of Ghana. Me mustn't be any one Maka Fedita because Okutakuma Bia Akumano Nakuma Papa. Obia Wakuma Papa now one man, you say, now person with your man penny. So who should go around the street? And the baby can why your man penny work. Julius Debra, one day, over your Ghana president. Now, you're betting the Hong Kong or Casabaha, you're betting the Hong Kong. Fellas of Osukwache, you're betting the Hong Kong. Fellas of Osukwache, you're betting the Hong Kong. And the Hong Kong. Meaning, every one constituency, fellas of Osukwache. Abra kwa mankasi asibu. Me fafi na nado kru. Na me fafi abra kwa mankasi. Yebeko ho. Na yedi komo. A school from kwala ama Jesus a free SHS na yete. Enra mi yunyani ni bia. And then so for fraba. Our school from Palana and Mutuwe, your bonny say baby and son at the pretty woody. What's my mere mamma Jim Wanji? And the sentimental moi, not chamber went to me that damo. Self free education, or where your mamma be good no. Your Mahama, and then what me ma Apalaba cost Sadi a day someone me. Sadi would the back riches come out $3 to $4. Obanbe free school be ban we nya honam na no honam ne tuatua enti e be bia no so hon komo wa ha ya kwayenim no so ye be ka ho asem because ekuta ho facts na ye be dom ne ya hwe de koso attorney general mo na mo say president Mama ye crowning agent so ye crowning agent attorney general be san ho Wachram sent crack, one withdraw for cases every court. You can also young or suffer mouth. Maybe I can work aside. Say, young come and this is my food now. Whom Papa Yan and I was a pantap cotton. I quit time as a tiger gave me. Some mouth, I'm not time to the pantam condom. You can watch some young video. Who paid what we show you can. And you will also the story ever high you put it at home and come on. And some of the and our Kwaku sketch. Sabre Matra Pugami. Somebody there. And Bubruja and a Sabre the day brown. You see that video Bakasa Uba your comments at all. Can we forget about you? Say, we are not a rich man. Long as Mukika, Melodies TV so I found a life. How about YouTube? Melodies TV. Also, I found in life. And then somebody who can move for Yata. Someone die Sabia, and one die Sabia. Hey! And then you may, and I'll be telling you now. So when, you met the uncle time and maybe that was sorry up me who paid me. And some of them a pay and then you may some for Kwaku skate. They bro, me patch out, but Miss Mabako, me a new PA. Not members here. Na me ba. You better come on. Share video no. Na enko fara. The mame. Me pesi here. Producer, who chair. Chair, you more half of mame.
Mama is the hope. He gives you hope. He's the hope for Mother Ghana. Shem is the hope we need. He's the hope. He's the hope for Mother Ghana. Let's build the Ghana we want. Together we shall win. Is the hope. He gives you hope. He's the hope for Mother Ghana. Shem is the hope we need. He's the hope. He's the hope for Mother Ghana. Let's build the Ghana we want. Together we shall win. Is the hope. He gives you hope. He's the hope for Mother Ghana. Shem is the hope we need. He's the hope. He's the hope for Mother Ghana. Let's build the Ghana we want. Together we shall win. Ghana we want, let's say Ghana.
Okay, Madam Wasibebre, Sawa Kemi. Ye kwano no ye nibre. Me pacha woba share video na subscribe to page no. Na like page no mama me pacha webre ani dim. Oba na wa share se also do Kwaku skirt na ubetie owura kan oforiata. Ne ho nsɛm de a oba pacha share video no na nko. Ma wunia bi enya bintie na ohu de ekoso. Anwumere a die bi ka me de hyase me de kan wo foriata de na beto so mienu anti wedding campa and our producer yamfa hot cake is started and sana santimantem wo mateta ana kwasi Japan the pattern ebere adwumadie no ekoso no me de your WhatsApp line abetuka na mo menkasa fre sa WhatsApp line no say because every time be no wotie mu kumase obepese obekire wadwene ye de WhatsApp nkwa de beye adwuma nti ye de WhatsApp line abetuka sisia ama maybe awowo no wetimi anya ye WhatsApp number nti sie bie phone lines na enkonko yese oho pepro wotia konwem ohweme wotie me WhatsApp line me de beje adwuma se bi bie phone lines a yemfa normal call eye WhatsApp direct line ye WhatsApp line na ye de beje adwuma no eye 0506 38 58 41 menkasa fresese me pesa wo chro to baby nti ebra wotie program no wa add to WhatsApp line ama time you bia me ba life no wa frame me si number no so biem eye kana number media fi America na so phone lines no eye kana number WhatsApp line eye 0506 38 58 41 so wotie me ama wo ba bi mongu WhatsApp line so ma sisi a me si so aside must start adwuma no eye 0506 38 58 41 WhatsApp line ye de be ye adwuma a ye be phone lines no mom men phrases here okay ma menya adwuma de sese ye ni nkomo ena bi ena special prosecutor akwasi a Japan and then what did no some kakraba bonten adaya or sigwa woman who owura can wo foriata we declare no wanted it is a same no say can wo foriata that wanted list so adaya can wo foriata bokana po dear poor and a wabono wabo po our ambulance contract bia what the man konfo bia de akufa do abusuafo sika ne de kase abubodi anyentumi mo atoso bia SMS contract charge de abakan wo foriata ye makoma konan emu odupa na wo hwe sika boti a egogu a se de chekere kan of free wo mudi adentina no mampani akufado akwai bia said Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ex-president megire da akufado onya president bio akufado sutumi na president wakana bio da Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia tumi nya president wakana bio da aduti ni abato abana ya ka kire wakana ni say na no pesa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ebedi akonya no kata de o maso ya kan na nipa bi afisa akrodieti ebra na na do ho na kwasi Japan on twin kasampo me ka kwasi Japan Obagin said that you're white special prosecutor. No special prosecutor won't think as a. And now, Bansasa Baye, Osha, as a special prosecutor, and this will be a finish. And the question Jabe Kasa or Kasa Memem. Now, Odiba Tulkano, or since Asami Akoswa Ate, Paya Busume and a report on the Sakai. The word the Chile, the cup was Savukan with Foriata. Now, lawyer for trust set or reckon with Foriata Yari. Question Jabe Subo to an amount Pia. No, I said, can we forget about the one? The other two can say, Yatina to a Sabia American. Ade, can we forget? We had the other side of your man, you need coverage, coverage. Would be able to be coverage, a bunny pampo, and chicken of what security. Consider Mesa Wabana, then if you have more, why yet say, can we forget Naya Sabia? Or sitting here, no, while he now what was the can we forget or Naya Sabia, and your 419. And he will be clear and wanted. Now, when they clear and wanted, no. Say, oh, come. Now, off friend, not so ma. Unum and a month of fra on Wobity. And he question the make a Saturday. Now, Kwaku's cat with Daniel, now Sabiano, I was on board. I trending with social media. To me, friend, me produce, I say, somewhere no crack. I say, oh, boss, I no crack. Now, I'm saying that dear. Make holiday off. Now, I say, me, but you good man. Now, me won't fear no. Now, me dear, as some pa. Cratchy, now, what my hand on your friend or my hand on. I want it all be that radio swap. The yafu and then the bell must say, come. The yafu, I tell on the bell must so metofo. All Casa, the way I was in Casa. As a question to be named here. Some question to be the Biokutanya to be a tool. Before question to be Baba Casano, not what you once. Oh, my kind, and some debris. Nana meets in and Mrs. Now one so we some training. And Tibati, Nanka won so far 49, Nanka won so piece of Mupie. Mudia, a brother President Trump. Eba ya na wakana sama ewo krom hay na mutumi afra ankofo bi America bi some lawyers ada na ye bi betu twese kan wo foriata yare na kwese jabe bi kan wanted na can me expect say as a professional journalist as a great journalist I will call you senior journalist or call you so watch award our Republic of Ghana. Na can be expected to be far from no friend and also obey call. I will phone no shop. No one has some hospitality. Na kwa friend. O man to me again. I be can't tell say. Kwasi Japan yeni packet wasa. Kwasi a Japan. On yeni packet wa ye didn't want. Before special prosecutor Obeka Sano. Na bia wo nyina so wo sa bo ma hene kwabra sa to ni nyina so anwumre me be voice a kire kana fo na mo be se Kwaku skate adwuma wo ya meye no a professional job wuti no kra hote me se me obi a me pesika kama chisika di long time ami kutakan wo foriata ya case ama kan wo foriata mo akohu wo bi somebody pack on the $40,000. That time, that dollar is 17 cents. You got that voice. You will be a coming you 40,000. So my requirements and take a 40,000 committee. But me, yeah. Me, the other side, mechanical crack. Now Republic of Ghana I take it. Me obi a bekutamisa no adwuma dia o kasa Kwaku be ye adwuma ma me a ene e meba be ya ma me ye ma charge o ma give sika but some wo ba ma me bribe there no me ma kwan atiena na me expect say all be mo ebe tu America aye phone calls I want that hospital o man timi anye nti me catch a producer say and the men kwatuma me go fie kakra no be sa day me say oh sa asem ya beto twen ane de nkofo kan pese me tu anamo na me hwe nneoma pi wa chiri se yampa ana se nyampa nti me tell ya no itimrika ana me frɛ hospital ho frɛ hospital wa me di nkomo di ya besides say omuni mo bia ye friend kan go for yata ebra me the hospital they ka say na me record because me the man not trust be ka kire kan afo a obi ngendi nti ebra me no mo ka say na mo studio now studio record this so we record me beside no omo je kan go for yata last name me boma ho omo je the first name me boma ho and omo be sam say me man the date of birth na can we forget any date of birth and we public domain until now we go but man you should na me said that catch me say me name the date of birth because I am a private issue me patch up ba share video no na former special prosecutor say opa one contact me now me boa enye sika kana hodonti excellency John Dramani Mahama so wo pesa asem mi dom wasuka me boa the bia kan wo forget asem American bia wallahi talahi ye betu no mo baka aya me ketu abi aya me kete se kutua oba share video na cho comments to and to be free ya sabia on be second wo forget a date of birth I'm saying because aya na private omo che the first name na me bomb middle name ma won the check ya can wo forget an kwada ya sabia hota be say lady no by 4 times say wabada ho and ya discharge na I was say no omuti iti ni omute taso I have a voice nobody hana kan ni bi any piety am ochina obi kan obi nkokase kratch no obeboni sirem no otu futuru ko kan afani me nya blogger fo a ye kwati asema ne de bi akeka na ye hi no because me ni YouTube sika obi ni wa wotua me ka wo YouTube obi ni wa wotua me ka ba bia yanka same modern mo because ye madwuma me kutam ye me san madwuma because ye madwuma na me pa asan betena de we so because any platform so wakana bituaka because of mother Ghana but ye be ye adwuma makana now many ya sabia ni din komo they didn't come first so transfer me a lot of places I want to be called final destination I want to be quick now Nja hono omumame apose ken wo foriata bia ni ajasa bia we audio ya mebeboy enringia ebebo ajasa bia ni tin sani ebeya wo bin kokase de Kwaku skirt onye ne yakohwi yeso o se owahe Minnesota o se Minnesota say can we forget ni Minnesota it's a lie when you say be there me because me young adwuma spiritual and physical me nwa ko bisa na no obi wa he na Pierre Stadium and kind no was say Kwaku skirt no when you're very very smart so when you need to you're very careful and yes sir nti na me hu sao me who ye. Your Baba voice, no, ye na di honkomo, ye di mo. Now, what dear, me and Quatie Asama, me and Mini appear stadium, or can't say, Kwaku skirt and one more thing to say, Tata, ye take a crack.
Oh, listen, no, Kwaku skirt and Yana no started to go now record them. The Kwaku skirt did to WhatsApp, you have to WhatsApp radio, or record via, or because I want to be recorded. And you were so mammy, ain't not careful now, and nobody and some of you can do a bomb with you. Now, question was getting the for. Can I do a radio? Or that's why no police upon it, but I'm big finance for radio. And I make custom within Canada. And somehow, one bomb on the children, and nobody will have that wapa no way in Kasua, one of the part 2, part 3 bar. Yea, and this is 4 party. Make great John Wood, so I met up a me. Meet me, I know. John Wood, me one people know a bit of a par. When you already have some young, or we have the time for my power, Macum. Now, nobody will come. Now, I pay me in terms of a trouble red on Mahama. Now, nobody will can find yourself so much, and I'm not a plastic gold. And me, Seminole. I tell me, catch it, the message of what I'm catching and say, don't go do. Now, say, you're not chimney, and nobody will catch out KFM. Or catch him and say, me, Sarah may yell rolling, say, on my little runs in for 20. Say, oh, my battery is almost in the sea, and almost they got the crowd. Now, it didn't some of the boat, what was that bomb and the piano? And some of the one would be one baby. Now, a piano, don't want to know me, you have to be one to do. Ever saw me happy to go. So I know we will in a kitchen say, or Cassa when you're careful, and some of me, nobody will go to say, Nina, me tears on the board on what woman here. Betty, so no one everyone in Kasua, empty committee in one home. Everything says here, make us a no, make kind of days and make canoe. No woman master will inquire more for the committee now. No choir evidence, can to one castle, let me say. Don't want to suggest I'm a kitchen. I want to know friend and nobody will know Nick Kwaku in and nobody will have conference call. And now only a thing I know, only to nobody will now such as I'm on a casana, that's an okay, we are dangerous. If you want to crack a we are to conference, I can't have a cordon. We have a son at the Bantama and somehow the 2 don't go to Grassino. Why not have a cordon? Eti mimi de two don't work well I am a dofo and be one bino and the man is afraid don't work at answer on no people in Catana when you care for some war but yeah when a bomb you can some be pure bontia I come for him but I this guy and you can this new crowd here somewhere crowd no was also on the back of you know people are standing in the cat Kwaku said now one number one we are one may tell the fire of international binya. No, I don't know because I was in common the car, no, the things of a friend, then come over the office of the president, come on, and you know, one can say that the Kwaku traffic, I don't want to be a woman, don't want to send the one. What I'm supposed to say, oh, one traffic on the part 2, part 3 bar. I don't go find some number. I don't go find some number, and no people can. Bravo, you need to be for about question. I don't for money.
And I pay none of people. I said, I the country at PPP and said, Kwaku skirt cash amount. Also, $110,000. If you could see $5,000. And I grant a no one in AD. Or no pet, none of people I know no pay information if you know tea, no kind in a joke.
Now I will go to me for some dancing. So I know people I saw information. And some page here, Kwaku skirt and this is front one cup. Oh, you see the chronic. I don't know why you like one chicken in Anka Open. Kwaku skirt only and this is card if I will have you. Now, all your people and Mama of the Jonathan. Or then this is why you didn't 1 year. If you are not people, I can't open information. Master, everyone can have a some top or Napo office of a Napo office. Why young people need boy. Some sort of letter, why, what would you be the radio? No, I did that. Yeah, Kwaku skirt. May catch us at one crown. One of the come out of the own taking the started one Kwaku skirt in your fine. Now, Kwaku skirt in some now, or what Dana or yellow. Nimi cross about Nukoya, Bama, you. Or any answer for another link as well, yeah, no big way. Sorry. I can't say when the new cover was on the bear. I'm probably by now, idea. Or changing in Nancy and the Casa, and you don't know why the media means meet us and swag cat and face. Kami no play stadium there. Kami there me jamu pa me padi be big games and there some back. But me see through don't work say kami okudi oma. Kada ha me sa. But sa ni padi there be mu. And ma me kade yesa kade na no be why ni be ko flag ko back can party mo some do. Is a way no. We journalists or so many strategic but mo di account. Eti ma na no be why me to money so when say me can say akwani is dangerous. Dangerous are me kind men can so dangerous say we udi for me see. Ni program makoso ni na ma one. Na no ko tia na do ami abekime. Two, ya sa be shiri fie. Ni ye wi kwa na me yesa se Kwaku Sketch be fa ni radio so aka nkwase se me se wa anye. Eti oni ni ya dia should very vigilant. Eti na no be why ko kan se ma se na asa me se Kwaku Sketch ni paboro for Kwaku Sketch no. Oni di ko mo se sikata no do bu sa me no. Na ni ho de ba Kwaku Sketch no kure pa di nyame ni. Oni tie ni o he. Oko US or live band and comfort band there 5. Every week be a high in ya high kwanye 3. Was a year do BMW company. Focus up a BM later 2080 crowd whatever bro. And the one you be a sabi. Ni kurampa akwasi sabi can I do a sign on me sincere years about me car tight by papa or mugwa me ma me na tight to the car. Ni kurampo. So we could news pa me nye system million 100 million. The news way me say pa 2 part no so man tap no the bar. O demand 1 million Ghana kwa the MPP new Oscar for the man wo jaya o deserve for the man. Ba nye ne credit me nye me say it Kwaku Sketch nye say obi e hia na 100 million system million iska the credit man kana do boa. Enti na no bi boy ni bi nya bi pare kawo. O me ni ya rage say ye busua ba ko. By Onya Casado radio for me very bad. We make us a money na money. Mosa ye di papa mo de ko mosa nye. When check up on so maybe o make us be Casado and someone o change bi. Aba sa so Casado do won so mpem. Eti me stress as ma make me boa. Mo fe don go do start say. Me na me catch don go because on fan pa me catch na one any one na don go do sem apia. Ah, sama ke we can try any kure. Ya so Kwaku Sketch na no bi go hedina so. Omo ko ebe si na mo nsa social media ana ade ni quality wo social media so ana say omo sa ko send ya ko ba bi omo nim ga say me omo nim me kan ze ya ko pa sa me bo nya me ni stress mi sem me na me catch job board mo so job board so ma fa na be na ya edi na no bi bo anya kasa na me kasa omo kasa nsem so obi say enyi on ne stress ya ebi ani papa no we nya na wa record no me na mo enko fo record me pa o mi tri ko present ma o wo say obi be boy ibi
aya ote ose Kwaku Sketch no onye obi a obaji obi asika ote apia stadium se me kra no apia stadium se me nka da me na kasa apia bo afu me but me hu se di kra apia stadium bu ko fi me bo na ba so da na se da dai but bidim ote ose Kwaku Sketch no we are vigilant. Until me, some young boy come and me your story. The man time. Could be some book now. Canada, Japan, crab the next for. Canada was to one more 10 crab the next for. What is that yesterday? You look at some crab the bra of fashion yen the command. What will crab the bra of fashion yen in some great man. We use a lot of strategy. Just a mimi meow. Canada, how long are Kennedy? The time on a pan. The catcher of big. And yet, you might say, I'll be good happening there. It's a blame it is second for Yata. Yadi Kran wanted no. Namitie Asampa. Kabna Santemo. Woman Asampa. And Yaki Yanu special prosecutor. Question the bear for me. Meteya and a Mikoko, I am Sabian. Mayo Clinic. I am Sabian in the Mayo Clinic, Minnesota. Meteya and a Mikoko. Let me see me find out what is going on. Because can we forget another lawyers say, can we forget that Pasua go away? nti want me ba nti doctor ma report say want me ba but who call ya sabia ho sisi a kan mo foriata na ya sabia ho nti when ana tro sa report no and ma wa yes no eno kwa ye criminal offense we go voice me Mayo clinic for Kasa, Mayo clinic. I want Minnesota. One of us can over Yatada. So one was that there, no more failing. So let her know what the command special prosecutor. Say, I'm passing with the Mayo clinic there. I want Minnesota there, no failing. Because many are some for the casino. What would be to hold? Some more flat, what would the whole clinic? I want United States of America. If you were Florida, if you were Chicago, when you propose to be a home, I want to be to hold. I prefer for what besides say, and I'm passing for more patient pay at the high now. Yes, you know. Can we forget to the Mayo Hospital clinic? It's a lie. It's a lawyers now, move can now. Medical Takoma, doctor, medical and clinic hospital, and letter no quiet. Second, was for me, Tayano, Munya, no fake lawyers are Mugukana. Which I can afford a beer, Munya tap letter. O my kana, said Yamayanian bra, Yam penny for Nankasa Makanaki. Nippon Bukana fantasy. Nipa baako wa disi kanta se nipa baako wa boka na asambia manta se nipa baako pa wa de kana manya to cross so de pa bobu pom afa ye sika ade ye japade enta se na ye nya media fo bi mu a na wodi die bo mu bi denti asososo ye ba kanu kwani ya disi kana kana ye no wo to fo sa NDC fo mu hwe na ababa beko you were you were useless journalist you were fool we Jimmy for akasa dependent disika na abaya waba etu anamomo a wo send to ababa for say mo hwe yo na ababa beko why was your friend once and careful why was your person kind of ye kwablasante o my no kwablasante so person kind of ye the useless journalists. We will move video, but I don't have time. So me play that video. It is useless. O my kana, si I'm sorry some traffic woman what kana, si I'm consent tia one can be na kana but say. And so I say John Dramani Mahama so we reset. We can reset. When you reset here, IGP kwa ya reset no. You reset me bia what kind of my ye and then you reset free education. And my bofra at me sadi ba ku school there. And then you reset katase sade poya enyi. Ni enye general support for bit support people. All because topo kwabra sante. Was no mamenka na onwe from what wonsa. Obi to katase sade poyo. Wo kwatra radio so and the year football. I can't tell some party is a boy na that's never so. Now we are what calling who say you are journalists. Fake. Because and the second one you be. Tetemo, must be people pa. Now they are called to Jubilee House. You mumsika. You try to check mum crying, you know. But then no. Nanka me expect sa kwesi jabi be kan na mo se nya no pre na kwesi jabi no no o mai no kwabra sante kanya koka charge bisi wasam sa kwesi jabi the wanted ato charge bisi so and kwesi ka into a hunter and wa hunter mom as a right journalist kwabra sante as a right journalist you are fool when you fool that be ma so te se preku. Producer, audio na ready amumia fantomi anto adwumadi no so. Asana kana mayata. Abo say 12 abo 12:15. Me mo audio na me ne aya sabia for the twin common. Me per second and ibia TV na me kira wo say kan wo for yata ona ayaresa baby abo America. Nti no yesero letter na wo me de ba no mo ma kira mu kira kanafo be bia sa letter no efri. Wo say what da Mayo clinic. I want Minnesota. Okay, now Kwaku get meteno. Me yen some training papanti. Me go Mayo. And I me call one website. I want Minnesota. And I mean your woman number. Me free woman. And besides, I me go black and for yata. On beside my first name and last name. On beside my last name and first name. The hear them bomb in the my woman. I'm check in on second with yata not this clinic. Yanko, na me no, yanko ti, say no cra. Go.
If this is a medical emergency, please hang up and dial 911.
If I chat to your audio ni yo.
Previously received care from Mayo Clinic, please say yes or press 1. Otherwise, say no or press 2. Please listen carefully as our options have changed. To schedule an appointment or inquire about a new appointment, say appointment or press 1. To reschedule or check for the next available appointment, say reschedule or press 2. If you no longer need your appointment and wish to cancel and not reschedule at this current time, say cancel or press 3. For questions about travel, lodging, community resources, and events, say more information or press 4. If you're calling regarding billing inquiries, say billing or press 5. For questions regarding medical records or release of information, say medical records or press 6. To listen to the options again, say repeat or press 9. If you'd like to speak to a representative, say representative or press 0.
Me pacham wo bien tie di ye. Options na map no.
As the patient comes first, your call may be recorded for quality excellence.
Menye edit bia kom nti tabu na tie di ye.
Good afternoon. Thank you for calling Mayo Clinic Central Appointment Office. This is Brittany, the pleasure speaking with. I'm doing well, thank you. I'm sorry, you're checking in on your friends at Mayo Clinic? Is he in a hospital? Okay. Yeah, what's the last name?
Last name is Atta. A-T-T-A.
And the first name?
Ken. K-E-N.
And you don't have date of birth?
I don't know even if it's that. They don't know if it's that. And the middle name is Ofori. O-F-O-R-I.
And you said he's in a hospital?
Yeah. The last name is A-T-T-A.
Yeah, I see it on the account here. I don't see that he's inpatient. Yep, I'm taking a look at the account. He's what? Did you say he's in the hospital as a patient? I don't see him listed as in the hospital. Not to my knowledge.
It came over there or it's in the chat.
You said discharged?
No, he is discharged or that's I want to make sure his name on the system or if the name is not on the system.
He's not in the hospital.
Oh, he's not in the hospital. He never came there.
No.
He never came there.
No.
Okay. So this is Minnesota, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The last name is ACCA.
No.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for your help. What? Somebody. Yes, it can go for Riata. Yes, it can go for Riata. Only Minnesota Hospital. And the young minister said, Silent and now by Keno. And when you saw report now, one second go for Riata. Yeah, you should doctor report to somebody. Yaradaya Sabian. Why the trauma? San lawyers now. We need to ask fucking question and get fucking demand answers. Producer, Tabuna Sambo 3 preview, man. One time, mommy. For advert to fulfill. Mommy, your advert because the back the person who may be a fit. Banco.
Para conectarme con un intérprete de español, presione 6. If this is a medical emergency, please hang up and dial 911. Have you previously received care from Mayo Clinic? Please say yes or press 1. Otherwise, say no or press 2. Please listen carefully and an appointment for an
Thanks for listening to Apple 68 FM.
If you no longer need your appointment and wish to cancel and not reschedule at this current time, say cancel or press 3. For questions about travel, lodging, community resources, and events, say more information or press 4. If you're calling regarding billing inquiries, say billing or press 5. For questions regarding medical records or release of information, say medical records or press 6. To listen to the options again, say repeat or press 9. If you'd like to speak to a representative, say representative or press 0. To ensure the needs of the patient come first, your call may be recorded for quality excellence. Good afternoon. Thank you for calling Mayo Clinic Central Appointment Office. This is Brittany. I have the pleasure of speaking with. I'm doing well. Thank you. I'm sorry, you're checking in on your friends at Mayo Clinic? Is he in the hospital? Okay. Yeah, what's the last name?
Last name is Atta. A-T-T-A.
And the first name?
Ken. K-E-N.
Date of birth? And you said he's in a hospital?
The last name is A-T-T-A.
Yeah, I see it on an account here. I don't see that he's inpatient. Yep, I'm taking a look at the account. He's what? Did you say he's in the hospital as a patient? I don't see him listed as in the hospital. Not to my knowledge. Was it discharged?
No, he is discharged, or that I want to make sure his name on the system or the name is not on the system.
He's not in the hospital.
Oh, he's not in the hospital. He never came there.
No.
He never came there.
No.
Okay. So this is Minnesota, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The last name is 8.
Mm-hmm.
It's not over there.
No.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Where are you? And the interviews are. Kwaku skirt, baby, I can go for Yata, Aquaquada, our Minnesota, Mayo Hospital or Mayo Clinic. Now come at him. The doctors can go for Yata, lawyers at the Krata by. Sir, or we can go for Yata, Yahweh, and what the science Sabio. Now come back on me, the second go for Yata, and the Dahokra. Now, me per se. Yɛbɛkɔ akɔtie nsɛm a ɛnam so ama yɛka sɛ owura Kengoforiata a wɔyɛ Akufo-Addo cousin ɔde kɔda ayaresabea hɔ mɛpɛ sɛ nka mene wo mmienu yɛbɛkɔ akɔtie because owura special prosecutor a yɛfrɛ no Kwasi Apapɛn ɛna ɔde saa nwoma yi ɛde bae mɛpɛ sɛ mene wo mmienu yɛbɛkɔ akɔtie sɛ ɛyɛ nokorɛ sɛ the lawyers okay say what the sire sabia na answer when now and answer you declared wanted and answer you
states that he will stay and follow up on his appointments. On account of this purported medical letter, Mr. Oforiatta's lawyers prayed that the attendance in person of Mr. Oforiatta at the OSP should be fixed, taking into account the medical report from his doctors. And at 4:16 p.m. the very next day, it is yesterday, Tuesday, 11 February 2025, before we could respond to the letter that came on Monday, the OSP received another letter from Mr. Oforiatta's lawyers. This time, it was an inquiry.
Now, the I'm about to pay. Obi Owa, Obeka said the Kwaku get one kind of crown. Obwa. Tumbra no matches here. Be a nankan and some trough with Yemen. Peter said, "Well, my Quabra Sante." And then, Kwasi Jabia Beka, I'm a kind of Libya TV. Say you declared wanted. Now, a lawyer for the report about medical condition into what that Minnesota Marriott Clinic. Kwaku skirt me a phone call. A call. Me per se, me new woman. You know what? Now, phone number a couple. Pia, would yeme, go cry your thing. So we be search it. So we and some candy papa, na Sandra wood or canna. Nega second before your tab war fire shop. And we are sika, cathedral sika, ambulance sika, say your cast like a car, young twinka. Kwaku you and I'm a cocoa. And I'm a cocoa, yeah. Be a whoop a number, no one can so what the chair fresh set. Tia Kwaku skirt walking a yellow crack, and answer a yellow crack. A yellow crack, so Kwaku skirt. One money thing, and one friend, and answer yellow crack. The patch out. Phone number, my friend, I was betting your flipping. We are some 20 with your can't work, or my Quabra Santier. When the Batman you put some with your current and truffle. Be a woman send your cocoa. As such a phone number, sir. Me and Casa, Kana who don't take. A such a number. Oh, Africana. what the American code in the plus. Number 507 538 3277. Me sense no man so. Ayaresabia, yesikan mo foriata da hono. Kwaku skirt me frɛ wɔn sɛ obia na hɔ a yɛfrɛ no kan mo foriata. Na obia nso mɛda hɔ mpo da ne din de kan mo foriata. Enti sɛ wo nso pɛ sɛ wo frɛ bi a ne pakyɛ frɛ no bɛsisi a. Number near 507 538 3270. When your friend credible journalist, when your friend is some cleaning papa, because you made it recording a pair was so. Masandi no another keeper say, so will Jimmy Jim some of one year who should bet me at a credit. So who American who should bet your friend? No one teach him. Ebiana Kwaku skirt may be some baby. Ebiana bet you be some better. Could be some mommy. And you're 507 538 3270. Can we forget one night I just said you are America. We panic. Baby was a beer. Question be some more premier so Kwaku skirt number. Number be the human criteria more. What's your friend number? And you're 703 270 8171. For America code mission. Number back on maybe 2 Canadian. And I said your number. But 2 person near Kwaku skirt. Me near that. Now me the search map. I took and go for your tattoo chrome up. Me the search map or tono swap. Baby was ship here. And then take that. Me the search map. Me the message idea. But what I a brand pattern. Okuta dual citizen. Okuta dual citizen. Or the abajim or the abamba shepikam. Mas searching okuta information. Was ya American, but what the ababa parliamentarian. And German disaster and papa. It is a more person searching mamma and your free moto. More from your Kwaku skirt. No money meaning come on. And yes, you can come on. The menu pride. Never mabuamo. Number the satellite at token before Yataso. I'm a baby was ship Yara. Your report on the Nabacana. Mubatia from Yakasa 703 270 8171. The Patel producer to question Japan Sumame. No young queen. Young quantity in summer special prosecutor. Question Japan to you hear many questions are being come.
Mr. Freata's lawyers wanted to know, and they stated that they were informed by the household of Mr. Freata that in the morning of Tuesday, 11 February 2025, that is yesterday, 12 men comprising 1 police officer, 4 military men, and 7 other men in plain clothing visited Mr. Freata's house, and that by threat of force, they were able to enter Mr. Freata's house, and they undertook an exercise purporting to be a search of every room, office, gym, and other spaces in the house. Mr. Freata's lawyers then inquired if the OSP could confirm that the actions of the 12 men were the instance of the OSP, so as to enable them to decide if a complaint to the police would be unnecessary. Mr. Freata's lawyers then prayed for a prompt response from the OSP to prevent imposter action. We are now responding promptly, and we have chosen the course of answering Mr. Freata's inquiry publicly at this briefing, considering the circumstances surrounding the purported raid at Mr. Freata's house, media reportage of the purported raid, and in light of the reckoning that some media houses have stated emphatically that the OSP was behind the purported raid, and in light of the reckoning that the purported raid is being made to appear as if it was some untoward action by the OSP stemming from some contrived vendetta held by the OSP against Mr. Freata. So, here we go. And this is our response to Mr. Freata directly, but through you, the media. Mr. Freata, the OSP did not raid your house on Tuesday, 11 February 2025, or on any other day. Mr. Freata, The OSP did not cause any persons, however uniformed or bedecked, to raid your house on Tuesday, 11 February 2025, or on any other day. Mr. Oforiatta, that could not have been the OSP, and that is not our style. If the OSP enters your premises, you will not be in doubt as to whether it was the OSP that had come there, and your lawyers will not have cause to do an inquiry ascertaining whether it was the OSP. We have our unique methods of conducting searches, and we have uniquely designed insignia identifying ourselves, and not just by a statement that we are from the OSP. This is one such main insignia. A person cannot just show up and say they are from the OSP. It's cheap. Anyone can say that. But when the OSP enters your premises, you will definitely know by our insignia, our methods, and the way we identify ourselves that this is the OSP. Our intelligence points us to state that the purported raid on Mr. Oforiatta's residence was staged, or at best, an imposter action in an attempt to court disfavor for the OSP and to derail the investigation. You know us very well. The OSP is never deterred by such occurrences, and the investigations will continue as by law prescribed. These occurrences and the OSP's intelligence, which will not be revealed at this time for fear of compromising the investigation, are very instructive as not to put premium on Mr. Oforiatta's alleged imminent peril should he travel back to the jurisdiction. In any case, the purported medical letter transmitted through his lawyers to the OSP did not state so or demonstrate so. The OSP is unconvinced that the purported medical letter transmitted by Mr. Oforiatta through his lawyers to the OSP represents a medical report to the effect that Mr. Oforiatta is incapacitated or is so sickly and invalid to the extent that he is physically
life support and the lawyers bet me the crata can we forget an
unable to return to the jurisdiction without imperiling his life. No serious law enforcement agency, and certainly not the OSP, will be convinced that the purported medical letter stops it from demanding the physical appearance of Mr. Oforiatta before it in the described circumstances. We are of the firm conviction here that this is only a ruse employed by Mr. Oforiatta in aid of his intention to avoid returning to the jurisdiction and to personally answer questions in respect of the investigations. We are convinced that the real intention of Mr. Oforiatta is what was communicated to the OSP in the very first letter transmitted by his lawyers on 31 January 2025. That is, he has left the jurisdiction indefinitely. That was what was communicated to us at the first instance, and that is his intention. He has no intention of willingly returning to the jurisdiction. That much is clear to us. Consequently, ladies and gentlemen of the media, the OSP declares Kenneth Nanaya Oforiatta a wanted person. He is a fugitive from justice. The OSP will take all necessary legal steps to secure his return to the jurisdiction and attendance at the OSP. And this is to Mr. Oforiatta. You have two choices. You can either return to the jurisdiction voluntarily, or the OSP will enforce your return.
OISP no one kasa special prosecutor no obey use the purpose of okuta no wodi na kukuru no tina behweka na sepu se kana e beyete mo na mo sie kufa do aba mo kro no MPP fua na mo tia santemantam e ka bibia na mo buafu mo ne sampa chimi fo no wai wate se kan wo Oforiatta bi esika Morosampa, what it? What do you call a Matiana? And now, Mother. And then what do you call a white neighbor? When you want to hear Kenya Quesalanta, we never come to Mapa.
Another case update. The OSP has also commenced investigation into suspected corruption and corruption-related offenses in respect of the operations of the Minerals Income Investment Fund, MIF, especially regarding payments made in respect of Ejapa Royalties Limited, Small-Scale Mining Incubation Program, Quarry Value Addition Program, Asante Gold Corporation, Electrochem Ghana Limited, the Lithium Asset, that is Projected Lithium Focused Exploration and Development Corporation, Gold Asset 2, that is Enchi Gold Project, and all other investments by MIF, and funds expended on the chairman of the board of directors, the operational funds of MIF, purchase of parcel of land for intended office building, and all contracts and agreements entered into by MIF, and all publications, especially international publications by MIF. We are withholding the names of those under investigation for now, by targets 2 former officials.
I say, and Kratani be and Sasseton. One moment to a man say, one moment we are man say, Okutan Kratani be na Okusho. But now, Lydia, can we forget? Obubana, Lokofa Mountain region, and some simply bed. You could see Question Japan.
And 2 7 officials of the fund. Third, the OSP has also commenced investigation into suspected corruption and corruption-related offenses in respect of an alleged embezzlement of 1.3 billion cedis from the Unified Petroleum Pricing Fund, UPPF, at the National Petroleum Authority, NPA. The investigation primarily targets the following persons: the coordinator of the UPPF, Mr. Jacob Amwa, NPA staff Frida Tando, NPA staff Wendy Ashon Newman, and the former chief executive of NPA, Mustafa Abdul Hamid.
Someone know Mustafa Hamid. Who know Mustafa Hamid? I want to know why so free this. Want to know why NPA, GMPC. Somebody the won't be caught.
Lastly, it will be recalled that in the last quarter of 2023, the OSP and the Controller and Accountant General's Department jointly commenced corruption risk assessment and investigation into suspected corruption and corruption-related offenses in respect of government payroll administration. It is also recalled that the assessment and investigation are especially aimed at isolating and removing the names of non-existent, ineligible, and undeserving persons from government payroll, recovering wrongful payments and unearned salaries, prosecuting persons suspected to be culpable for any offenses, and the institution and implementation of internal controls in respect of payroll processing and payment of salaries. We further recall, as you do remember, that to facilitate the rollout of the investigation and assessment throughout the country, a pilot exercise was carried out in the northern region, covering educational institutions under Ghana Education Service and the Tamale Teaching Hospital, by a joint team comprising investigators, tracers, and assessors from the OSP and selected staff of the Payroll Processing Directorate of the Controller and Accountant General's Department between December 2023 and April 2024. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, I'm glad to announce to you that after thorough investigation, the OSP is now ready to commence the prosecution of persons suspected to have engaged in such conduct. So earlier today, I directed the Director of Prosecutions at the OSP to file criminal charges at the High Court in Tamale against the following 6 persons. 1. Yakubu Tahidu, a former teacher at Balogu MA Junior High School, Yendi.
Also, Wafale and Newman Siani Pansiabi, our Tamale, and Unukuso Ubuting. Sika the man for the bill, a teacher for we Sika, petroleum company for we Sika, 1 moment to 2 time. Hey, Excellency John Damani Mahama, and the Honorable Kujetu, and the Ora from the Poma Paso, Twaso.
The northern region. 2. Abdullahi Abubakari Sadiq, an integrated personnel payroll database coordinator of the Ghana Education Service in Yendi, northern region. 3. Sami Souk, a schools improvement support officer for the Yendi Northern Region. Mohammed Yusuf J., one-time headmaster of the Balogu MA Junior High School, Yendi Northern Region. Stafford Kolete Azude Barris, an assistant chief accounts technician at the Controller and Accountant General's Department, Accra, the Greater Accra Region. And Osman Isahaku, a one-time headmaster of Balogu MA Junior High School, Yendi Northern Region. The main charges are corruption of a public officer and corruption by a public officer involving the manipulation and siphoning of funds designed as fictitious salaries from the government payroll. The identified persons would soon be arraigned before the High Court in Tamale. Thank you for coming. Any questions? Yes, sir. It's always Elton. Yes, sir. Sorry.
Thank you very much, sir. So you described Kenoforiata as definitive running away from justice. You declared him wanted, meaning you've come to the conclusion that he has questions to answer regarding the investigations that we have conducted. You referenced the National Cathedral there.
Yeah. It's your something German and say, Kenoforiata Abakana Chrono. And he was Jabe special prosecutor with the crown wanted. Now, lawyer for the Krata Koi said, or Yare, and Minnesota Mayo Clinic. But Kwaku skirt, Messume Kofre Hono, the second one for the Atabiana. The next said, now lawyer Sofano Crown, a yen drop. And your fraud, or maybe can lawyer for no because on my control, I was special prosecutor. Anyway. Okay, now, my mentor saw her. Honorable fellows of Supache. And then question Japan one casa so come. And you may be moving to Makaka. And you may say, time no papa one. Fellows of Supache. So what's your whatever man? And in me frau, me ya programma. Na me be ya nsambia fa ho. Me frɛ, na me besem. Me frɛ fellows of Sukwache. Bra pani me ma obunfu me. E ka say me frau because adwuma na sa na tie. Me frau, na me pesa me ne wutin komo say. Abra ya campaign no. Na ye kwaya maame mo ye kaki. Yan kambrofo. Kana fo be na yo odu abra me saprofo no toso. Wo mo so mo paso mo ho ade potia. Excellency Chonto Mani Mahama boye. Profo na mo keka no mo ntiase. Abra na wo papa wa no. Ka bo se mo kwa krase na wo kaki kire maame no. Sa akufo do bia ye, akufo do fa ye sika. But na wanya power. O kan profo. Problems na baba wo ja no. O pese wo bo ho da wura. Kan ki na me ma me mo wo kwase wo se excellency Chonto Mani Mahama ya de pa. Ka kwase da be be kan brofo. Obi ti kumase. Obi ti baby wante brofo. Ghana your language I never ye key. Who every coast one camera for or can French. Who come Burkina Faso, you know, one camera for or can French. Who call Alatamemu, you know, one camera for or can Alatakasa. And then I can a young Yaku for the Atua also. And then a young one, Yadu at your also. Brani na country, no one can hear Brani the year. But to make a camera from one family and yet number to social media, yes. How? Abraham Papa, baby, me and Casamity from penny for. Because obit me your audio payment, said Kwaku Papan Casa. Baby, I walk on the cousin, one church language. Pia. Send me a bayan penny for the Betiasi. Between the audio no command penny for. Men flow. Nipano audio now what the plan, my forwarded your man penny for. When man be ko baby no eche bo se kasa no watene no wo kan twi wo kan da bani wo kan nkran wo kan kasa pia send ye be ya bo bia beti ase yesi am reseti kana esansi jojo be ni mahama ye bi o mapa mo ba no be kan brofo nko a wo mo nte brofo no wo ba dan amo mati ase wo ba dan mo mo se esansi jojo mama wo ya ade we brofo no fellas adoso me fra wo na me check him free wo me fra wo na no me be bisa usika when na me fra na ma ka kira wo say wo kasa aya kan kwika ho because wo yam fatini ba de she me no na for one constituency kama ya papa wa no na kwa bro kwa man kase na won kan fati ada na won kan fati kan kwinka Abi bi ayi brofo kojo pon koma abi na kojo pon koma information minister oba kakwi etim Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia no ko jira ho a waka me ba be mamu tiafi se me ba mamu tiafi no kan kwi enti se mo pese amammo ni ebuni ye na 2028 kana fo ho adwuma pa amaya mo kakwi kire kana fo brofo no too much. Me from a Jusico fellas. I mean, me from me Jusica. Tell me your point to me throw my congratulations. But to burn and me flow 2 times or 3 times. Yes, you can't tell me flow. Because can me friend in Jessica to me friend from a court white. Maybe I'm no my baby home. Tell me your trouble. Now me person me talk you may be the mouth. Not what the man a broke a man cassie. The other check it or more sugar and pressure. Me friend was a one. You complain, my uncle. Maybe you play no mechanical until me flat from a car and Jessica. Me know the few one constituency. Every crime will be back constituency, but one necessary the foul so not to media my constituency. I may for now for me go for mine. Samuel woman and men people come back to opposition. The name of your know 10 years in it means Canada 10 years. Because of Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and then this man you cool. We won't crack our room. But 10 years, I'm starting to make us amend this, and the Excellency, we come with that. Because now to make 110 less so. Then the mere Casamedia swap and I may flow, maybe some question, and send my cocana bontier, and also Famico. Because you see, I'm back at the you same party, will be anyone was a party. And you first said the word Casa will miss the chichia. Election time, I'm from me flow, offer me call, or respond to me, offer me back, who me miss call, and so fellas of Fusuka to one friend. By now, no more free chrono, me my boy no flow, the catcher said, me present no Casa, now me told you maybe as you come out, now the my constituency, no, now the check your man for people and sugar. Me my boy the catcher, me and me for one fat. Excellency John Mama pointed back and me from my congratulations of a call. But that day, then me from a woman. Kwaku me no more stress go. And me from a Wakuma Munefa, the yes can't me from. We penny first of the answer for you put the pack, you can't say. I can't quote any young son. Promise I'm a messiah, no, now me brother me cut her face.
Agyenko nene nyansanko agyenko nene nyansanko agyenko nene nyansanko agyenko nene nyansanko That's not good, that's not yansa. Miko Binchasia, two Mresua Michesia. I didn't see Yansa, we said, eh, Yansa away. And Shanasa, I've been out to Yansa Tontoma, there be an ordi quachima. I want to chino macuro, a brown cocoa drew. And chino mano babu, who free Yansa to maybe. And what's any say, they did not watch your own medic. And just yeah, and just as that for the crew.
And so for be a two. Papa John Dramani Mahama, remember boom for me. The power seems so much. You don't. Say, and you are drama woman. Coming from home, continue maybe my Tessata. I am telling you today. Sometimes it means as an emission. You can't go for tin can because this car will be so new project. If you say winter in Macana, to me, Tanasi, I'm a rap on the mission because of love. I'm a woman's and I see John. A soft will be a can, a foot will be. Papa, the person may know chest a foot will. A soft no foot will kind of set. A soft now. What my shall say don't want to tell them. Yen Cassama soft more. Yen Cassama soft more by a more mine. More quick now. A bedroom, baby, no, one bed demand is car. Or minus your say, we settle. Your piece cap woman. Papa, Miss Ram, what a Roma. We will be a Wusum Yame. Yakupon Tion Pabo. I mean, if you obeying cassette, a software do buy no, what to my young cassette pamomo. But Messer. And to tell home, I shouldn't take a crack. Would you enter sour Sophia?
Open advice to Press Mahama.
John Mahama. My first half to a mo and San Macoma so and I saw for no. I say, one more ya a ben, one. One more so, show me. The same thing. Homampani, would you yanko podi and no crack? As I saw, quite sorry. When me dear Biara the man yanko pon, Famano. Let me two for catch or say. Shen ye and Naya Uba ye. One was so I'm an album pie, Amawaba. Any idea no. So one share ye pa. A Fidian woman is some MPP no almost at home. Of the person wants so. Nanado, me say I saw for ye been a dada no, Emma or Castle Basic Cathedral. The ambassador Migidian no. I saw for ye bia. Amo ye ya tresa asori mpobe contributions no away wo boa wo bepe omani sika e na adie ento mampani hweye e wo sa adifo we yo difo we na nyame nam no so e na de ba ndie be no twakonko ne se meba se adebonyefo agege wo a empene so onya hu ne se one more shade confa program biaba demand millions of Ghana cedis and millions of dollars. Sheni ye na tia se me kan sa asemi echra. So when tie sa asem we ya sa video we daache e be bɔ mo atie biem. Hwɛ sa asɔfo no yie. Asɔfo no a wo wadwe kyerɛ sɛ sabe mpraduasa ɔmo de ɔmo yɛ papa no. Ghana asɔfo ni wiase nkrɔfo edi asɔfo ne no sika ni brefo eche obia sikanti ana bebre atete asɔre hwɛ yie ana obi amedada asɔfo bi besrawo ana ɔsɔfo bi singular besrawo no the wild proposals and whatever ɔmo nhwɛm edi ɔmo asɔfo na hwɛm ebu man na emfa wo wure enhyehyɛ sa prophet for mu fa wure hye onyankopɔn mu matufo awie o. Good morning sir, me come anim.
Ana odi afutu adi ama me papa excellency John Dramani Mahama papa omode nefa ebebo bebre kwanya asofo de na nado faso ye de ya kase wo mo nkwamo ye beta wo je de adwuma but me dan na me kase se me hu se me papa John Mama o ye bibi na nja me ba betu no fo ebia na me mebu ana refi nti na me ba me nua fele so fo su kwache ma betu no fo se on katwi rofo no toso hwe emra se bedwam kra obi kan twi na no ya na kaka ne ye serious a ke emra se bedwam kompo no kasasan ke ye ne bia ye katwi omo mo koto aba ade ma mo omo ye twifo atene brofo a ye ka kire omo emra se bedwam no omo ntiase omo ntehwiase nti ye kwa ye ko kan brofo wona TV ho won tiase ma wo kan ase what TV na wo kasa wanti o mata anti go feel some be katwi won wo hu ade papa excellency John Dramani Mahama woche wo kan brofo no tele tra ontimi nka bibia wo nka ente wo hu se papa ye wei hwena on my check sadi e wo schools on take kasa nti obeda no what say me ba no cost go sadi papa na no katwi ne
I think I hold a humble view that it is
an attack to me aka na papa no born come parliament no but me ni video no ochina me ba enti message say mo matwi no no so emra se betwam enye ni guo se ye bekatwi nipa na wakoto abama no anya brofo no woka nipa na okogina nsuom to awiam ato abama aye no anya brofo no katwi adani nya power wie ya enioma ye guaso a ya sha ase enioma pante se ye ntai bu nye kyeremu twi ye gu so brofo baby. Okay, the next story asante mantemu mu ana mo soria ana ye ba na ya be ku wo mo say ye ba ni ya be ku free education sama wotimi ne nkwala ni ye dede saa excellency John Dramani Mahama wo be ku free education me can this platform so on the citizen them say free education e ba betna na be ya best free education in West Africa. And a school from Kwala Koskua, Yamu be a Sadi Bako, a more pay. Sadi Bako, the Americans come on, and you $3 to $4. Kakri to $4 a cock can come say. And a school from Kwala said, a Biania Selency John Dramani Mahama, the woman, a pack, and your more double work your mamma say. Sir, education no wakas will be in you, will bet me a yama proso, who swap what it. It's Yama Mimoa, no mutim crasse, Chama won't be been crassing over that one. That was sad with time crown on theatre. And then maybe you video been wetty. And now, my friend, so what is good, Dama? Yet the doctor good book has him. When you be a new good name, or did be a new now I say another one, the Atum. Obama be free school, Babano. None of Funya must like a see fine. Nana to tell them, Obama ba, no, what I yet thought of fear. And then, Muti Wage, the mark already, who won't yet, Alpha Cracker, Colano, young Coco, a Palani Java said, a Piania Papa Jam Diamano, what who said, when your Patremba. Who said, when you come here?
Boys. John Mama, John Mama, John Mama, John Mama, God bless you. God, John Mama, God bless you. That will protect students. So now we enjoy the hall. In the hall is sweet. The hall is sweet.
Wow. Your man the mutu wa mi ansa. Yankwa papa bi ekuso. Yampa we ni apade na obi ti ho. Se mama ba wo be ku free education. Wa pampa so. Wo sisi a wo sisi na amaso. Apam selfo. Wo sisi na ye kwa. Me dance ni akasa me judge wo bua maten dia. Apam selfo. Wo sisi na ye ko. Eshishaya wo sisi ya. Ebikana sentimental say President Mahama Baba go free education no we Yakopon so kwatania bo pampa so and the hwemutu abo fredi and the yama abo fred biara one sati tie abo them na another time your mom of France idea nipa 20 in the chest at the back and the school near Kuala be a kutasadi back school there umpe with up a day where would you have say fellas of a super teacher muki now man for the excellency your mama boy but from the class to my cabro from moi a better baby a cassette top of from country the kind of phone toy. Producer, me brapeni Julius Debra, papepi. Me boss na ya, me tell the swama sorry. Julius kwesi Debra, ya me shira wate. Me funa wo shira. Na o man we bia me maka tell say one day we be president of the Republic of Ghana. E be this one. Won fe. Be man ni nanim de dwa. Woni me nyamfo papepi. Because I me feel you, boss. Be too much. We tell you be a set. Send your brown one cell until the machine come say. Well, Chris Cat, let me say, obey your president of the Republic of Ghana. Hey, which you tomorrow, 1 year tomorrow, when you go for some country, say, obey your president of the Republic of Ghana. Obi o wa na nyi wani so ade hu. Obi wa na wunim se oba be your president. But Uganda say wunim dia make Kwaku skirt men kan kira we say oba your president of the Republic of Ghana. Wa hombra se wo mani penti. Ani akoma pa wo kura mani penti. Wo nyame se men kan kira we say oba your president one day. Mark my word. Shuromanu asam to baby me kan sase mwenyene pata pepe. Misun se bebem, misun se bebem, misun se bebem. Papa Julius, jitum se bebem wate. Papa Julius Debra, jitum se unie kuma Kwaku skete kasase upeye president of the Republic of Ghana. Unie ne kase. Osi jitum keke se bebem.
Attempt to subvert.
Wait, what release way?
I was say
Okay. Yep.
Jitum se bebem, jitum se bebem, jitum se bebem, jitum se bebem. How be a one chassis? I want chassis where we yo. How ye one chassis? I feed the back where we yeah. how will be a one chassis? I want chassis where we yo. How you one chassis? I feed you back by me, yeah. We would be where we am. Would I soon to a baby more? In your mouth, people, Papa. I feel what feel, hey. We would be where we am. Would I soon to a baby more? Yemma, Papa, people, Papa. I feel what feel, hey. Emma, what bemu, the barbarian century, and EPO. Mrs. Sam, ABC, I feel what feel, hey. Emma, what bemu, the barbarian century, and EPO. Mrs. Sam, ABC, I feel what feel, hey. I feel my channel, crew on my mama. Crew on my mama. Sika crew on my mama. I feel what feel, hey. Crew on.
Okay. Eya masama maka atuho. Efie nwatwini na meka na enso minim se tako unya mepema apem ama Chief of Staff Julius Kwesi Debra. Now, when you issue statement, pid your baponte. Eya sama mu hwam ne mote. Ebra mi te asam ne nura no because say papa when nyame amwa kumapa na wakoma na wukuta no Unyankopon be fasosha. Ana odi batu twase. Obi biara akufu adode uba na mamwom. Mentwem yempamo ansa. Otama so. Anti se wunim se akufu adode uba na wudi na chi tene ba ya. Free amamwo no mukọ. Na ekwandem. Se se de yakase Damparing cock and damparing to me, the same thing. Because you reset Ghana. She reset Ghana. When you go for the Bayako. And yes, send your mamma Babu Quakuma. No. And then yes, will read your mamma come with free to me. Nana do buy here. And this is far. No more babe. A pam woman. Nana do pam will be free and this is. One man on workman, Baku Crackle. Emma, ya was suffering for Crana no atepaya to second room. Ever can't be set as I see it. The Pamo. Ya was suffering for Anna no atticon to second condom. Or no crab can't be. Say young pump and this is from free. In this inquisition. Produce a demo. Yeah, was suffering for.
He was also emphatic of revoking all appointments and employment made after the December 7 elections by the NDC government.
We have a payroll for every department and every sector, institution in this country. So if I'm appointed a new minister, and your payroll, you are not on the payroll till December, the day of the election, and you're going to appear on the payroll for January. When were you engaged in that particular thing? You are going to create a problem. If names appear on the payroll after December, we definitely will lay them off quietly.
The former, the Chief of Staff, Julius Debra, can the same thing. Or some for kind, they say. Abra na NDC wa bem 2016 to one. Yede Osafuma for be a senior minister of the Republic of Ghana. I hope and what the two power bontain said. NDC for biara wo payroll so because new government aba. Na omuntimi found to payroll me. The same thing. And the membra penny papa Julius Kwesi Debra and the Atuka said. Obi biara when you go for the about pen. Yes, said your pamumpo. What you want make a crap. Actually, woman here want your best friend. A yabotre. Because you are self mouth when you be there. Obi you be at the phone. And this is my booty to fear in your command. And this is my booty to fear. And to what you want me. You know, you're a commander who best say Excellency John Mama Juma. Because Ubaya Excellency John Mama Juma better that send your beja 2028 and this into me and my power. Oh, you club best send. Ubabano Troka. Enti just say what the future with me. Ye, you best for some me cram back. By this time, my resa tata. When you are submitting a drum, you better go me, you better pump me, come quite crack at it. Sika bebre ba ma twe gudan mu sika mu de gu pare tank mu hotna fie so gu so ana Excellency Julius consider pra and what the statement na pa say wa woni na na do na ba he no woni na na do nko wa woni ba umi na ba he no woni ba umi kwetuma home time so ye hwehwe ye ye be fro eti na omunya kwan en reset kana na kana timi pa na ntuma prefla no Omaikana is yapne. Omaikana etiapeni. Jawasaf Mafu and I can say 2016. Yahweh now say.
He was also emphatic of revoking all appointments and employment made after the December 7 elections by the NDC government.
We have a payroll for every department and every sector, institution in this country. So if I'm appointed a new minister, and your payroll, you are not on the payroll till December, the day of the election, and you're going to appear on the payroll for January. When were you engaged in that particular thing? You are going to create a problem. If names appear on the payroll after December, we definitely will lay them off quietly.
Your TikTok live. Oko TikTok. Me patch up bomado na hwe Kwaku skate ukwa no follow ye na yetimi akoye nim TikTok no Kwaku skate live TikTok no Kwaku skate live ukwa hwehwe me Kwaku skate live yemi ye nyina wo TikTok live. Okay, enti where we young people in Mesre Chiwahome now, Honorable Dominic Ayeni, Attorney General Papepi. Now, a month one said, Excellency John Dramani Mahama, a clearing agent. But we have maybe phone lines. Your number, the best friend, you know, the two WhatsApp line. It's a Witium Kumasia. The WhatsApp line, the Bayekuma. Your WhatsApp line, no, okay. The WhatsApp line is 0506 38 58 41. 0506 38 58 41. Maybe phone lines. Attorney General, you can't Attorney General will not cry the mind. Attorney General, you opia Ghana, Asam Tua, no we need lawyer, or no Nabako, what you catch him. Or no, what Chim and Macana, Sekana concealing Lenya, someone with them. Now over here, a bra, a Kufuado, Nipajanya Tessono. A Kufuado Cronfort Sono. Na Godfred Wadame and another Attorney General. Money Bebre, nobody Ghana. Political hunting. I'm on person change this Fuku. Okay, Dr. Puni, and he said, you're going to go, my some pennyphobic case, and the Bank of Ghana said, one case. Case and that was a few. Ultimately, nature said, we need evidence. Some evidence and confusion. Who was the kind of water? America, some way, now what can you look back? You did baby. But when you are someone to one film crown, someone in a soap papia. And then, Excellency John Dramani Mahama, not only General Papabi, on me young for, or could grow for Papabi, or buy now a bank curtain. Who said, sign your political hunting and the Kufa of more able and this. And to him, no, was and fear crow. Abiding in a so be or they go. So many in a so the other necessity waste your time. It's a semi town on combe. And people for be born or quite be sad. Why are the career agent? Say Kufa do you baller. And none of them will Attorney General, talk like I know something. What about one thing? Only chili much the kind of force. And your career agent. Now you ma bonia a Kufa no password dear this for fast. Until one case where that was a few. Now, Oma Badia, Oma Tama case way and now what's up with Jas and Chibi. And the Sadia, or you go on Kratemno, or more Croce.
COVID fertilizer was one of the most effective fertilizers pitches by COCOBOD, and that the farmers preferred Litovit fertilizer to the granular fertilizer. More importantly, in the course of the investigations, COCOBOD took statements from two farmers. Whilst one stated that he did not see any significant change on his farm, the second farmer stated that after using Litovit fertilizer, he saw a significant increase in yield, and that Litovit fertilizer is a very good fertilizer. Again, in the course of the trial, the defense tendered an official report from COCOBOD which covered field visits by COCOBOD officials. The report, which was tendered, was to the effect that Litovit fertilizer is a very good fertilizer and that farmers actually prefer it to other fertilizers, and was the fertilizer of choice in areas in which Litovit fertilizer was supplied. This is clear evidence that, contrary to the case of the prosecution, the use of Litovit fertilizer rather increased the yield. The farmers who use Litovit fertilizer, including the then national best farmer, in their evidence testified that Litovit fertilizer increased, the use of Litovit fertilizer increased their yield, and that it was a good fertilizer. During the course of their investigations, the investigators had two reports from Ghana Standards Authority on Litovit fertilizer. The first report, which was later confirmed to have been done, and listen to this carefully, members of the press, to have been done at the Cosmetics Department of GSA, the department which does not have the mandate to test Litovit fertilizer, okay, indicated that the sample of Litovit fertilizer submitted for testing did not have any fertilizer ingredient in it. This finding was challenged by the accused persons and the investigators, together with representatives of COCOBOD and the suppliers of Litovit fertilizer, took a second sample from the warehouse of COCOBOD. This sample, which was again tested by the same Ghana Standards Authority, but this time by the proper department with a mandate to test fertilizers, concluded that the samples taken was fertilizer in the first place and that the fertilizer was efficacious. Furthermore, it is interesting to note that in this case, the complainant, that is Dr. Edu Ampoma, who was the third prosecuting witness, PW3, lied under oath to implicate the accused persons, for which reason a perjury application was filed by Dr. Stephen Okuni against him. The then trial judge, Justice Hoinuga, for reasons which are totally unacceptable, did not hear the application, but rather stated that hearing the application will prejudice the hearing of the main case. He therefore adjourned the application until the conclusion of the case. This is most unacceptable because in a criminal trial, it is important to hold the scale of justice evenly, and any doubt raised must inure to the benefit of the accused persons. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, my fellow countrymen and women, the judiciary in our country is independent under the Constitution. In the context of criminal justice, judges demonstrate their independence by remaining neutral and impartial arbiters in disputes between the state and individual citizens. The scales of justice must be held in a delicate balance between the obligation of the state to prosecute crime and the right of the accused to a fair trial. Conduct by judges that undermines the fair trial rights of citizens should be concerning to a self-respecting prosecutor. Without meaning to impugn the integrity of any of the judges who were involved in the cases in respect of which I have either entered a nolo prosequi or withdrawn the charges, I am deeply concerned not only about the conduct of some of the judges, but also concerned about the fact that the executive branch took certain actions that could be reasonably interpreted as inducements to convict the accused persons. An ethical prosecutor must endeavor to protect the innocent and convict the guilty. And one cannot do so if the judiciary is not impartial. When Justice Hoenuga single-handedly expunged otherwise exculpatory evidence from the record in the Opuni case, and then proceeded to rule that the accused had a case to answer in his ruling on submission of no case, he was far from portraying a semblance of neutrality. Indeed, he directly undermined the fair trial rights of the accused persons. Again, when in accordance with law and practice, Justice Anoche Jima decided that he was going to hold a de novo trial, that is a new trial, in the same Opuni case after when Hoenuga went on retirement, the retirement of Hoenuga. He was instantly transferred to Kumasi, and the case was allocated to a new judge, who then proceeded to adopt the proceedings and continued the prosecution. Also, the decision by the executive branch of government to promote some judges who were sitting on some of the cases is very concerning. The perception, whether true or not, is that the promotion may be an inducement to convict the accused persons. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, fellow countrymen and women, in conclusion, I wish to make it abundantly clear that I did not take these decisions lightly. As I indicated above, I consulted widely and reviewed the files diligently before coming to a decision on each of the cases. You would note that in some cases, such as the Snake case and the banking cases, I withdrew the charges against some of the accused persons, while others are still under.
Why are Attorney General and a Kasai? What a chamber, Quanya and Nam Suma, some penny for the charges with him. Because none of that was done on Kakamotobi, I won't name them. Somebody, young Hank, your time was from because I started on 11:30. 11:30, what kind of say 11 to what I was saying. A couple time no call, kind of water. But yeah, so be betting me a fra, will be fra fine. So be also to me a fra, and it ready in the baby and watching a to us. Who can and would see me, who bet me a fray a WhatsApp line. We and your direct call and your WhatsApp. Your WhatsApp line, your dear Juma. Who bet me a fray a CC a dear in common. 0506 385841. 0506 385841. Your test WhatsApp now say. A better Juma Wakana, Eddie Amia. With him, Kumasi, Adesha, 19.1. Who let me off from one frame, and yet no marco, but I tell Sharon so. Where your WhatsApp line, Kwan. Who bet me a frame 0506 385841. It is our WhatsApp phone. Smedu ya waiting for me because I can't smell the dignity in a baby. Felicity needing come 0506 385841. And the young US Cobia, US phone will be a phone lines down Penoma Bacasa. Ubeti and Felicity 0506 385841. 0506 385841. And your WhatsApp call. Obey me from WhatsApp. A WhatsApp line one. How may adding come on 0506 3841. Yenya first caller ma yem fan ntum ne yehwe say what's nka awo Ghana. Hello. The patrol cafe.
Rajam Kazafi, Mazi Aspa.
But I say, then I will mammy.
You know, me team of we follow from Lebanon, now, media encounter now, OSP near. That's on OSP and another in a year.
Yeah, another in a year.
Now, it's not. Say, Mama, I maintaining Kina, so that the media encounter by Nana.
Sana also want to know.
Because we not many people as like an incident officer. Be a kiss.
Opeso ya action bi, opeso ya action bi dey was on here.
Can you go like that? It is coming out we. So by we do what he has done. I think one another or shake that and we not fear upon the time and person of the same try what to do.
What's our cancer?
It's kind of dear. Or no need you, but mom can't home deep. Or no reality, but in young, but mom can't get 2 months as a good responsible. No moon on me, I want it.
But second, for Riatano, Ote, old you now, boy. I am Sabia, I saw that honor. Before I assume you. Something.
And it's a camouflage.
So, camouflage, I say.
So, like, I don't know that you're yelling so
now when you're before we assume you friends.
I find you a digger and a dream. Hi.
Now, what to other man?
Oh, Papa, I feel to my
I feel
to my end. I feel yes, what's a made a comment and to my good family today.
Now we didn't to my good we didn't to my good father.
Made it dear. And dear, good father, dear. Hey, or not a source of a good father, dear. No, it's he. But me dear, let Papa knew a comment, same as a David.
So sardine, no one was in the school from Quality me with sardine. I one day,
and you may have more feedback.
And the school near Quality be a man sardine back on it. It did not know me.
I'm quite education, don't say education and but I mean, feeling on the cool. Because the medicine, they say no, Miska, I don't know how to get the thesis.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you, I'm not your car with the school and then no one of it.
See, I am the normal bar, no be someone said, and then a coup for the time. So she boom.
I'm for the own papa. Men person took him was like, Mamma, I don't know
car. Sir,
when I say you may not see sir, you may drink a car.
Spate.
Because the car went to a whole area.
Sir.
And then one paper sitting on the zoo.
That's it.
I'll go on the cheap.
That's it.
And I must have program here for long.
Now, me shall also. That's it. Come say, and now my friend through WhatsApp. And he let just say WhatsApp and a year more. Come Ima on the WhatsApp let them. Also, bet your friend, we would team will come say. Ghana baby, I will help if you would team. I had 0506 38 58 41. Now me have my Sunday match credit. Oh, come say. Sunday, member credit kaka. What move be baby phone like number friend. My full PR number. Yeah. Oh, when your phone better get check when your credit kaka. We see that. Kwaku first na me ye. I want to me yes ah. Na ye kaka wo kuma say. What to abama excellence your mama me ma mo hwe. Na me ad makwese da me mo bia credit kaka. Kitwa bi obinya bia kitwa bi enso. Nti kache wuni ase kwese da wo mra adehye 19.1. Ubetumi afrɛ me WhatsApp CCA yenyi free ho 0506 38 58 91 41. Deɛ wɔfrɛ me no ɔsi otie me live ɛwɔ adehye. Also betumi afrɛ me CCA na yɛdi nkɔmmɔ 05 06 38 58 41. And then you test it, your WhatsApp line will come as you said the more. Cratch and a friend was in with Claire. Ima, I'm so great, you know, so called Claire. People did them 101. And 05 06 38 58 41. Who are there? Now the number not to show Apple 68 FM. USA. I'm a Debbie, I'm a Bapa. People phone lines now with a number. From said in come 05 06 38 58 41. Or change your to me. Yawada member. Memenda member we are kitty. From CCR 05 06 38 58 41. From WhatsApp, CCR in come. And check with the great in the baby. That's not ready is such a and check. You best so. Na omombe to aso. You want some baby waha, you be best chef. 05 06. The patch of 05 06 38 58 41. 05 06 38 will be the patch of over an answer when you're doing. And I must sit down the prayer. A person will free. Hello, no. Yes, a free. 05 06 38 58 41. 05 38 58 41. Also, open to me after me. I can't smell me, nobody grading in a baby. My transfer check. Baby, no, see, and the fun, no, see, I'm home. Now, I know what transfer back from Sabri. Oya, a couple, non clone of America. Radio, you man back of one transfer and check. And my main fan, last caller. No, I'm sorry. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Pacho, did maybe I will cast free.
Yeah, my name is Mr. Yankee.
Oh, cast free.
Mr. Yankee, make us free. Go to buy, but me to program. No, say make us a possible. Yeah.
I will bet you Akasa. Put them live.
All right, madam, I see me. If you say adwumapa na wo Emma Ghana nti ebesembo abaso na me kan me fa nche mu de emfa ma me MP me congratulate no say to ba wie no nti o man te me kan e ko ma ebo ma abaso na kagra me kan fa special prosecution na say OSP ne dwumadia odi ne meet press encounter no if you say ya depa na ye besre Memo behind when you say a witch hunting because maybe by Emma or Makasa MP Snippy, a press conference, I can say, you may see Kono, a young president, and also the finance minister. Emma or answer son, and if one of Andy Numa or Moody and Mukampo, or the name be sabotage on my to abet your own, and so no Fisanaka, a papa moi. We should name if anything, cathedral, no, any side Japadie deal, any some kind of spare parts deal, which was a Nagana for 9 kui. Oh, not a month for yes, and this Capufia, that's a Gusunya and Yabete. Nayaka, once I see and we know about Muti, Mummy, and show me, you should say, no, so if you say, I'm not man what on it say or the yari excuses be or pretending as one bar. If you say from some almost some idea some excuses be when mama I can tell you and quenny and much the Ghana person is a pen. If you say the pants way yet edgy, name on fire say, you never queen Amagana upon it to my part, a dear friend. That's me.
That's it. So we're free Dubai, Tom, and a friend. And with them clear, line with them clear. Your time, okay. Said your crutch and make a sense in your mamma upon the car with Nadia. I can't say car the basic route. Na car no at me, I get Kuma, Amakana. Until you can't, as long as you wait here, you come out. When the question now, which means say, if you have to turn up here. So, I'm which and the can be as a year, this will be a finish. I want you to kind of for film. I can't hear that kind of for come. And then when they kind of Libya Casa, I said, be a friend of soccer. I could find a call their fashion. Yeah, what the kind of a bro? So can't one in the canna. Minia. So what be that I was saying? My and she will go to my catching the package on Pecan a year. Owner for reported by $21.49 billion. And woman's like, just as you can get some kind, but a new man, one more adjective, say your value and your $21.49 billion. And this is yet to meet the education of one and policy. You can't say this kind of free. Million. Bianca come Antonio. Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Or see what we set a canna. Mummy a man of pain. When you man and now can in home. And the one casam pono. The young fed budget my, but we say a little bit shawano. And the new budget a bebano bed tax ye come. A bebana 11 ye come. A bebana cover tax ye come. We now pay the Betamason. Aha, I'm ready in that busy. And that be producers, Pam, Robert, Adley, Gladys, and their son, a chinko boy. And your papa say, wow, I say, Oka, Ima, and a boat ready in a chitom, about this year, 1991. Send any first time I would see this year, and you will be about this time. Promoting a chingo feeding tour. When you said, yes, a pa, a fatchame. Quesia W, your bantem, known to Canada. Memenda yeba no 9 nti channel so amadabia watimi etieme aha am di dwumadi no ebesi meeting answer sign etine de kwaku skirt chataba ba kompe se wan temi nka bi ma obade de dum ya na me ya duma ochina anwumre at the same time mesan any washia de meka check na ni bia se e ma no monitor at this year makra.
Makuma sana simo Mayeye nyumyo minyankupo Yemenina sona misakeyo Eratimo mimawamo You silence my enemies You put a smile on my face so God, you have answered my prayers Eratimo You silent them, yes you silent them They don't know how I made it answered my prayers. Eradimo, was it in you? Why in you? Oh, Yemeni knows the woman inside you. Eradimo, was it in you? Why in you? Oh, you have answered my prayers. Eradimo. Menino, Siraya Manya na menino, Refina Kanya yet you want to know. In the Minyamia, Mama Sru, Tipia Manya Janamina, Namia Wui, and Yama what you, yet you Refina Kanya yet you want to know. Atum Yamia, Mama Sru, what's it and you? Take off my shoes, turn on my toes, dance a guada of Palogo. You have favored me so much. Aye, you minya coupon. The menina son of Misakayo, Eratimo, Mimawamo. You silence my enemies. You put a smile on my face, oh God, you have answered my prayers. Eratimo, you silent them, yes, you silent them. They don't know how I made it. God, you have answered my prayers. Eratimo, what's it in you? Why in you? Oh, you many knows the woman makes Eratimo, what's it in you? Why in you? Oh, you have answered my prayers. Eratimo. Ajuma mi na many no, Shiraya many na many no. Refina can ye yet ye want to know. In the minya mama sru, Tipia many janyamina. Nanya wui, and yama what you. Yet to Refina can ye yet ye want to know. Atum yamia mama sru, what's it and yo? Tell me where will I be without God? Where will I be without God? Maybe you don't know my story. Somebody tell me where will I be without God? Tell me where will I be? One day I'll tell you my story. I go take off my shoes, turn on my clothes.